Alright, tubers. I finished up the truck yesterday. I was too tired to post anything on it, but it all turned out pretty good. When I fired it up, I only had an issue with one coil, and the only reason was a connection. Didn't have good connection on it. I do have a problem with these here though. These are the screws that come with it, the self-tapping screws to go in that plastic. If you look at them, see how the edge of them are rounded off. The ones that goes in the coil pad, these are 10s, these are 10 millimeters. The ones that goes in the coil packs were 7 millimeter. And I had a really hard time getting a socket to stay on them. It kept wanting to strip, slide off the top of it where it didn't have good contact. Of course, if you see how that's made, if you look at a socket, they're rounded off on the edge. They're not all the way down, so if you can catch what I'm getting at there. I had one, I think I still got it here. I took a grinder to it. Let me take it over here so we can get a better look at it. But I took a flat disc, little tiger disc to it, and ground it down flat. That way it'd have contact all the way down on it. But we got it tightened up. She works pretty good. I don't have no issues yet. I think she's gonna be pretty fun, pretty good. I think it'll be fine. That's what I mean to say. See, I got the hood up now. Checking my water level, let it cool back off. My water level's dropped a little bit since yesterday, since I topped it off. I think it might have had a little air in the system that was getting out. So I'm going to top it off today and check it, keep an eye on it, see what happens. But as you can see, my old deck finally give up on me. My spindles, I got one, I guess I throw the bearing out of it, but it's pretty wobbly. I noticed that when I started it up. And she was making pretty good vibration. But like I said, this mower, I only have $100 in this mower, and I've mowed with it for quite a few seasons. If any of y'all followed me on this, it's got that, I think it's a 14 I put on it. Vanguard. Pulls pretty good. It's really strong. But this here's a 38-inch deck, and anytime something would go wrong with it, I just weld it back together. Just like the pulleys on top. I mean, the pulleys, you know how they got them little grooves in them, they'd wear out, and I'd weld it back on. And so, I mean, I ain't got much in it. So, and this idler pulley here, it's trash. Well, anyway, I'd spoke this up in one of my other videos a while back, and I had this 44. Actually, I got two of them identical. I got two identical. I think they're Simplicity Broadmoors, but they are 16 horse hydros. They're Vanguards. That's the main reason I bought them. The decks were almost identical, but I mean there was a few differences in as far as the measurements when I laid the measurements out on them. But this here, I use this to go by, and the pin up here that holds the front, this pin right here. I measured back, and on the other one I had 40 and a half. On the no, it was 40 inches from that pin up there to the back side of this here. So see if I can squeeze this all the way through there. I'm gonna have to hook it. There it is. I needed 40 inches to the back side from that pin to this pin, and as you can see, I made my own brackets, because this one only had one bracket here. I wasn't dragging them mowers out to see what kind of hanging system they had on it. I just figured I would make it identical. Like I said, I come off of this here and measured over to this one, and then from there I measured over to this one as far as where they go, and then pulled it back here and drilled me a couple holes, and now I gotta free up my height adjustment on it and grease it up real good and put her on there and see if she's gonna work. But this one's a 3-blade. My 38 was a 2-blade. Yeah, this is how it does. I've got all this crap out here where I've been working on it. But anyway, yeah, the 3 blades are driven off of this pulley, and then that pulley got an idler there. So that handle on there has to take the belt off whenever you're changing the belt, and then this goes up here. That's what drives. So hopefully I can get this thing to work. I'm just wondering what the difference is. I mean, I know the motor's strong enough to pull this, but I'm just wondering what the difference is going to be between them 2 big blades and then 3 small blades. I'm just wondering if it's going to make much difference. I mean, I've done it on, as far as different tractors, but I've never done it on the same tractor. So I'm just wondering if that's, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure the motor will pull it, but I just wonder if it's going to cut better, if it's going to be harder to cut, or I guess we'll see. I just hope it cuts as good as that one did, because that one made a fine cut. I've always, out of 3-blade decks, I've always had issues out of leaving even stripes. Of course, I mean, you getting into stripes, you getting into bent spindles or bent blades, or you know, there's all kinds of different things that can factor in. It's a good thing about these Simplicities, if you bend one of these blades and you're really doing something, because they're thick. That's one of the reasons I like Simplicity. They build some pretty good mowers. But this one here, being this is an old Regent, one of the smallest ones. I think it had a 12.5 overhead valve engine on it before, but it was crap. It crapped out, and I had that Vanguard. Of course, I'm gonna put a Vanguard on it. They're just so dependable, strong. But anyway, it's what I'm getting into. I figured I'd give y'all a shot of this and let y'all know truck's going. Everything's looking up, feeling better, going back to work. Hopefully this will pan out. So if I get it back on and she acts right, I might make a video here in the next couple days or so showing some mowing. But That's all I got, tubers. I figured I was gonna let y'all in on what's going on. I'll see you. Thank you.